Hello everyone, it's Jackie from Pretty Paper Crafts. I just wanted to come on and show you how to make this. It is basically an easel card with the concertina fold in the middle. It folds flat like this, or relatively flat anyway, and this bottom piece comes up, which is actually the front of your card. So if you wanted to put another greeting or something on the card, then you can see it like that. It's about 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch actually, because of the concertina, and it more or less just pops out. It fits in an envelope or a box or a little gift bag, and these are on acetate, and I've put the greeting on the back, but more about that later. To make this, you're going to need white card. You're going to need, this is 100 grams paper. Now if you use card for this, it does get a bit too thick, whereas this is just perfect for the right weight. You could use copier paper, that wouldn't be a problem because it would just make it thinner, but that would work as well. So you need copier paper or nice paper like this, which is about 100 grams. You need some foam. The foam is on the back for this because this is on an easel card, is like a foot stop, and this stops it from coming out, hence the easel side of it. So that's what the foam's for. This is the same width that I've done. Red liner tape to hold it. You need it to hold pretty strong. Basic card. While I'm on here, I have been asked by a number of people how I actually do these acetate things. Now, what I tend to do, I get a long piece of acetate, I cut it into that strip, and I put the red liner tape on first. Then all I do is just cut up through here into strips. Oops, sorry, I don't think you can see that. It's just really easy to cut, and then I use a little tiny bit of red liner tape at the bottom, which holds it in place. It's the reason I don't put the strip at the bottom initially is because obviously I want them all different lengths. I don't want them all the same length because you want some at the back, some at the front. So I tend to cut them different lengths and then put tiny bits of red liner tape on to hold it in position. So anyway, that's just covered that because people keep asking. So let's go ahead. Starting with your concertina thing, it's an A4, or for Americans outside of Europe, it would just be a letter size, so the size that you would put in your printer. So A4 letter, score up 5/8 all the way across. I've done this 1, 2, 3, 4. You just do that all the way across, and you cut the width to whatever the width of your card is going to be. And mine I have done at 6.5 inches. So you would then cut this to 6.5 inches, and the ends need to be like this. So I know it's a multiple M, but if I try and explain it as an M like that, so the ends, because this end needs to tuck in, I'll show you in a moment, but it needs to tuck in the back and the front because it comes up like that, like a tent, and therefore this comes like that. If you had it like that, then this tent effect wouldn't sit down, so it has got to be this way. So what I do is I cut it all, score it all, and then at the end of your sheet you're left with just a little tiny bit. I cut that off and I make sure I've got both pieces going down, facing the same way. You can always turn it round. If you have to turn it round, it's easy. You don't have to cut any more off, but just make sure that both sides are the same. So you're going to need to do that. For those that want to screenshot it, mine is 100 grams paper, but 80 grams is fine. That goes into that, so that's what you get there. You need a little footrest, which I've backed with the foam. That needs to be the width of your card, which is 6.5 inches, mine, and times 1 inch wide. Then you need either a already made card or a cut card. I actually cut mine because I wanted it 6.5 inches rather than 6 inches. It's really easy to adapt. So you've got your basic card, which is scored in the middle, and that's 6.5 inches square. And then you need another piece that's 6.5 inch square with a 1/2 inch extra on here with a score line. So this is exactly the same measurements with that 1/2 inch scored on the end. Then what you're going to do is you've got this piece here. You're going to glue or red liner. I actually red liner taped that and then glue. I use both. And then you're going to stick that on there like that. So you've basically got a card like that. Comes up like that. Then this one coming down, it really doesn't matter which one. One of them needs to come down and one of them needs to go up. Now the one that comes down, you need to cut 2 millimeters off. So that one is slightly smaller because afterwards you're going to, this is the one that's going to come up. This is the one that you're going to score, and this is the one that will be your front. Let me just show you the next stage. So this is the one where I've just pointed out, you seal that on, and this will be the bottom, which is the front of the card. This will be the top, which is where that is what needs die cutting. And then this one, when the concertina is in there, will come up and cover that. Hence this one needing to be a couple of millimeters less. Otherwise this won't come up. Now when your card is done, I'm going to show you how to put this in there. But before that, I'm just going to show you a stage that does need doing probably here. But if you don't do it till afterwards, it really doesn't matter. But 1/2 inch from this fold line, you need to just score. So this is 1/2 inch here. You need to score across here on the 1/2 inch. Now the reason for that is when you close this over like this, for this to go up, it needs to have another score line just there. And 1/2 inch is sufficient. And then I can go in an envelope, or you could put a belly band around it, or a nice ribbon, nice wide ribbon with a bow. But you actually need this piece extra here, and it can come off the front. So that's what I was doing with that one. You die cut this before you just put it in your machine with your die cut there. Leave these two just flat and just die cut that piece. All I do just to protect those sheets is I just put a blank sheet of copier paper over the rest of it, just to make sure there's no indents from the die cut machine board or anything like that. You don't want that. You don't want the marks. So this is what you're left with. You've got the bottom that we've just done, you've scored that there. You've got your butterfly there. So now I'm going to show you how to put the next stage in. So again, this is your die, the die cut. I've done a circle in this case. This is your bottom. Now the first piece, which you put red liner tape on there and red liner tape on there. Your first stage is holding it like this. You need to glue, or red liner tape, this right on there on the fold line. You see where I said to you about having the M piece coming down? Line it up with this score line. So the first edge goes on there. That's why I stuck that one down, so I could show you how to do the next stage. So this is what you're left with at the moment. You've still got your bottom, you've got the top, and you've attached that one there. Now the next stage, it might seem tricky, but it isn't tricky once you've fathomed it out. So you've got all this here, then you're going to, I won't peel that off just yet, you're going to attach this to the inside of this one, like that. So this is your concertinas. It folds like that because the bottom is already stuck on. And this one, this edge, is going to be stuck on here, like that. So I'm going to peel this off and show you. I've only got one done that I can actually show you, so, and again, I've used red liner tape and I use glue as well. So this one comes up to here, right on the edge. Like that. Seal it across. And there's your principle. Like that. See? This is the bottom. To fold it up, you would just squeeze them in. And then this would come up, but this isn't scored yet. Well, I did tell you to score, but that other one I've scored it. I haven't scored this one. Then this would come up and cover that if it's been scored. So that's what it looks like from underneath, front, side, and top. It seems very complicated, but it isn't. It's not complicated. I would suggest you just use paper pieces, two 6-inch paper cards or 6.5, and just make it all out of paper first. See how you get on. Don't waste your red liner tape at that stage. Just use wet glue and just see how you do. And then this piece that's there, I would put on there just about 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch back. Stick that on there. I will peel it off just to show how. It's not come off properly. There you go. And stick that on there. And that's your foot. It automatically stops it from collapsing. And that's it. It's, as I said, it seems quite hard, but it isn't. It's a basic easel card. But you can do so much with it. So you could do it for children, adults, any thing. And then the acetate thing that I've shown you just now. If you're going to decorate it like I've decorated, you'll see the ones I've done in a minute, different themes. And you can sort of go from there, really. So the two that I've done, these are the butterflies ones that I always use. They're basically just pop out. They're already die cut. You've just got to pop them out. They're double-sided. There's one sheet of dark one, vivid colour, and one sheet of the faded colour. That's the ones I use for the butterflies. And then these for children's cards, and you'll see this one in a minute, and it's just, the card is just so effective. These are what you call puffy stickers. Now, they've got no depth to them, but obviously they do have a certain amount of depth, and they're just sticky on the back. So what I tend to do is I put it on my acetate, and then this is sticky, so I just get some talcum powder, and after I've stuck this down, I just put the talcum powder on, and then that stops this being sticky anymore, but it's still stuck on, easy enough for me to use. And this is, as I said, it's just puffy stickers. You get 10 little packs. You get one sheet in a pack. 10 packs. I think it was $2.99, but a really good way of doing it. But these puffy stickers can be bought in lots of different things. You can get fairy ones, you can get butterfly ones, you can get all these different ones. But they're, if you're looking for a topic for a boy or a girl, specifics, look for the puffy stickers. So now I'm just going to show you the ones that I've done. This is the one you saw at the beginning. This is a flower one. It's really pretty. It's got the verse on the back, just with the background matte. So that's that one. Then I've got this one, which is a wedding one. It's just really effective as well. That's the side view. That's the back. And if you collapse it up really careful, this comes up, and there's the front. And then you, like I said, it would go in a larger envelope. It folds. You've got about ½ an inch there, or you could put a nice lace piece of lace down, or a nice lace bow. So that's the wedding one. Then I got the butterfly one. Obviously it has to be butterflies. So there's the butterfly. That's the side view. That's the tutorial. Now what I did do on this one is I did do a bit of boo-boo. When I put this down here, I didn't put it close enough down, so it still closes, but it's just, it buckles. But it's okay, don't get me wrong, it is okay, it's still usable, but it's just something for you to be aware of. So that's the butterfly one, and last but not least is the fish one. It's really colourful, it's really pretty, and it's good for a girl or a boy or an adult. But yes, it's really nice. Again, this was the puffy stickers, sentiment on the back, all folds up like that. This one on the front, I haven't done anything on the front here, but I suppose just a big happy birthday would look good on there with some fish dotted around. But that's it. I wouldn't know which one I would like the best. You know, I said to hubby, which one would you like best? I don't know. I think it's between these two. I like the wedding one and I like the flower one, but I think it's these two I would have to say are my favourites. So that's it for now. Next week is a bit of mucky stuff. I don't do the mixed media, but it is a bit, what I say, mucky, which is why I don't do it. But I'm going to just have a go because I've got something that I want to try out. And the following week I'll be back to doing a nice card again. So that's it for now. I'll catch you all next week or the week after. Thanks then. Bye bye.